so I, like, basically never played any of the other X games after the first one. So I am going to be very strictly going by a guide on the rest of these here.
You downloaded a walkthrough from GameFAQs.com.
I bet there's a lot, actually.
Remember when you used to call it that? You downloaded a walkthrough even though it's just like you hit print on a web page?
I would genuinely print out, like, pages of FAQs.
As my grandmother, you remember the one who had an SNES before I did, you printed out cheat codes for Choplifter 3. I used to use them all the time. That was a fucking awesome game.
1994.
95.
When did Mega Man X1 come out?
93.
Look at Green Biker Dude, yeah! It's been 6 months since the last game.
That's really short.
But the world is still rocked by Mavericks. Have yet to destroy all of Sigma's followers. But they got this green dude popping a wheelie back there. He's so cool. Information gained by Dr. Kane. The rest of the hunters have tracked the last of the Mavericks to an abandoned Reploid factory. One of the many things that fascinates me about robots in fiction is the concept of a factory. Just churn them out. Human beings, it takes 9 months. Robot, oh, look at this shit. Look at this, what's it called?
Vector graphics.
Mode 7 versus X Hunters. So this was, I think part of it is due to the localization, you could say, but also, yeah, Mode 7, bitch. Okay, first things first. Mega Man X2. I don't know why this happened, but there was a small contingent of, I don't want to call them people, because they're not really human beings when you think about it. There was a small contingent who were like, Mega Man X is Mega Man 10.
Oh, yes.
It's like, well, it's X is the Roman numeral for 10, so it's Mega Man 10.
Yes.
It's like, no.
Alright.
No, it isn't.
I mean, it is, but
do you remember playing Mega Man 8 and 9? Like, what the fuck? Did you think it was like a Star Wars thing where they made the episode 4 first? Are you retarded?
Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 2, 10, 3.
Yeah,
10, 4.
think like Mega Man X. Oh, it's Mega Man 10. Mega Man X2. No Mega Man 11. No Mega Man X1. There's Mega Man X, Mega Man X2. Like, you're fucking stupid. I can't believe there were people like this, but again, I don't really want to consider them human beings when you think about it.
You gotta lower your standards for people.
Anyway, literally, I was saying something else and I forgot. Da, da, da. Very actively boop-bopping.
That's a good word for it, and it's not even a word.
A little has changed. The X-Buster on his arm.
Only the...
And the new generation of Maverick Hunters.
Oh.
Apparently they did a mass recruit drive during the 6-month period there. Okay, so... Are you ready to cry at the very beginning of the game?
I was born crying.
Yeah, Green Biker Dude! No! Not all heroes wear capes.
Oh, he used his motorcycle as a weapon while he was riding.
All heroes do die young. God damn it!
That's what I put in our last Domino's review. It said not all heroes wear capes. Some deliver pizza to hungry people whose dishes are in to be washed.
Look, okay.
Because I didn't know they actually fucking read those things until they started calling me after I made complaints.
Oh, yeah.
Saying like, hey, we'll refund you. I was like, I didn't think that was hooked up to anything. Because when I started, it was built in fucking Flash, and I was like, is there a way in ActionScript to do that? Yes, there is. Unrelated.
So, Green Biker Dude, as he is known, GBD.
For sure.
GBD, I'm sorry.
Well, you know.
GBD is a very well-known and beloved character in the Mega Man fan community. Because he is a green dude who was on a bike. And he died right at the beginning of X2, and everyone's like, no,
Therefore.
look at this pip-ass bro. He's like, I'm just gonna ride my bike. Ride or die, world is a fuck. 900 billion dead Reploids. Ah, fuck.
That was quick.
Jesus Christ, I didn't lose any life. Rookie mode is bullshit. This abandoned factory. Yeah, the concept of a factory is always like, whoa, the most fucked up thing. And it's like, it takes human beings 9 months to go ahead and just churn out a new one. We can pump out robots, like, as fast as the assembly lines can go.
Well, it took some months of R&R, but...
And you know, like how cows dramatically
R&D,
out... That's why I was like...
Rest and relaxation?
R&D. Yeah, I guess, like, a lot of it starts at the design and materials stage of development.
In Silicon Valley.
Yeah. But it's like, cows and chickens dramatically outnumber the human population of the planet Earth by a factor of, like, 10. Isn't it? Like, how,
Yeah.
like, there's, like, 100 billion cows or something fucked up like that.
Chickens decided to take over the world. They probably could.
Like, through sheer numbers alone. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, rookie mode's fucked up.
My god.
I don't even feel bad. So this starts a new trend of the opening stage, because once again we have an opening stage. A much shorter opening stage, to be honest. We have a very short opening stage that ends with a giant robot dude who's fucking you up. But he's like a huge bitch, so he dies immediately. So this game tries to have more of a story. This is their leader. His name is Megaman X. No, it isn't. That's not his name. It's not his name, though.
His first name's Mega, middle name is Man.
I also
name's X.
don't think X is the leader. Although, like, it's been 6 months since Mega Man X1, where the entire Maverick Hunter group organization revolted against humanity, so maybe X is just the only one left. So
Possible.
he's a leader of a group of one.
He's the president of the,
Violin over here. Those who underestimated him are now nothing but scrap. Agile. We won't make the same mistake. Where's he running?
Oh.
It's taking him a long time. Our Mavericks will keep him busy. How is the plan proceeding?
What a weird way to ask that.
Collection is proceeding as scheduled. Why would you... How is it proceeding? Oh, it's proceeding very well.
Oh, believe me, it is as scheduled.
You're having problems with the control chip. What's the opening of Deus Ex? Why contain it? Let it spread. I just remembered someone talking about, like, this is a really cool opening, but I don't know what the fuck is going on. So whenever I start this game again, I'm like, what?
What?
Let's open up the story with the group of villains talking about their evil plan, which you have no context for,
Yep.
so this is, like, completely pointless.
Well, it's like The World Ends With You, or when you beat the game and go back, like, everything gets spoiled in the intro.
Yeah,
You
that
just don't
opening,
know.
like, shit. Like, Rhyme dying gets spoiled, Joshua being like,
Being
oh, what
God.
up, there being 2 of a character.
Yep.
I don't fucking remember which one it is.
Dudes love brew.
So, I'm going by, anyway, so, cows could take, and chickens could take over the planet Earth, if they wanted to. Maybe robots are the same way, where people are like, well, we need more robots to make conveniences.
I mean, if
So maybe,
iPhones-
like, there's 8, like, it's the future. It's at minimum 200 years in the future. So let's assume there's, like, 10 billion people on Earth. There's probably at least 15 billion Reploids.
Well, I mean, if iPhones could suddenly shoot somebody, then yeah, I mean, we'd really be fucked.
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 phones now.
Yeah. If smartphones just went, you know what, fuck this shit.
A lot of
We'd all
people
be
got
fucked.
live. So this is Overdrive Ostrich, and it's like, second game in, and they're already resorting to Ostrich. They ran out really fast.
They ran out like Pokemon ran out of colors.
Yeah. Like, Wow, it took you that long
Leaf
to run out of ideas for animals, huh? You had to resort to ostriches within the second game.
I mean, they didn't even do Fox City. Norse Squall.
It took them so long to have a fox maverick.
There are foxes in Japan, there's no excuse.
Yeah, let them go. Well, Japan's fucked up and they think the only, like, way to have foxes is to, like, do kitsunes.
Their dumbass version of, like, no, this is the way
He's
we do it.
magic
This is
fox.
our version. Your version is retarded.
Jesus Christ, am I invincible? Like, it's rookie mode,
Yeah,
not...
you haven't lost a single bit of
Jesus
health.
Christ. Yeah, that's the only way I'm gonna die in this whole fucking playthrough now. I just turned on rookie mode because, like, I haven't played these games, 2 and 3. And 3's really fucking hard. And, like, I just don't want to deal with it. And as established, I earned it. Fuck you. I don't have nothing to impress. I already did it. I did it legit the first time.
Someone took a vacuum cleaner and made it a bike.
Yeah!
The rude sandstorm.
So every time you have to ride a bike in Mega Man X, it's like the most unfun bullshit you could ever possibly imagine. It's like never actually fun. It's always bullshit. I'm like taking no damage. It's actually kind of upsetting me.
Bull fun.
So, a couple things I forgot to talk about, or that I started talking about and then, like, lost my train of thought. So, you know what, I'll save it. I'll save the one of them, because it'll be relevant. What was the second one? One of them was Screw Attack's Death Battle.
You don't care about, something.
Yes, you did write it down, I appreciate that.
No, you don't give a shit about gameplay.
Gameplay! You know what? That's also something I was thinking about I could talk about for another game that's coming out today that I also want to do a video on, but I might as well talk about it now, and I can reiterate on it during that. Which is, like, the reason I like Mega Man X is not because of the gameplay. Like, that's not why I'm here. That's why whenever you have a game... So here's why X is a fucking G-ass bro. Look at this fucking pimp. So here's a missile, right? There's this ICBM. He just shoots the shit out of it while riding that shit and, like, blows it up as he is riding it. Literally ride or die. Like, shoot the shit out of this fucking ICBM as it is in mid-flight.
Saturn V rocket.
And blow it the fuck up. So this is Ostrich Man. Fucking being the dynamite over here. Look, I actually took damage.
Wow.
It's amazing. So, like, whenever you have, like, a game that's, like, in the style of Mega Man X, right? Like, 2099, I think? 20XX9. It's on. Hold on.
Till the break of dawn.
I'm not. It's gonna really bother me if I don't look it up. Day of play.
Nickelodeon's Worldwide Day of Play.
I think it's like 20XX90, something like that. Yeah, 20XX. So, games like 20XX and Mighty Gunvolt, which was made by Inti Creates, actually, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, are games that are, like, done in the style of Mega Man X, where it's, like, dash jumping and... What the fuck is happening? What is this ghosting that's happening? I reiterate once again that these ports are incredibly fucking bad. Ah, fuck.
He'll kick you literally in the ass.
Fuck, where'd he go? Oh, he's in the background. Oh, it's up graphics. Lemon, bitch. Eh. Where they're like the dash, jumping, shooting, like it's very much like a spiritual analog of the Mega Man X style of gameplay. And like 20XX in particular is like, it's just Mega Man X. Only it's like a shitty roguelike. with no level design at all, and the graphics aren't that good, and there's no story mode.
Oh.
No, it's like, I didn't like Mega Man X because of the fucking gameplay.
Yeah.
It's nice that the gameplay was good. It would have been a lot harder to enjoy if the gameplay was not good. But the reason I'm here is because I like robots. And I think, like, the story gets into some really interesting ideas with and about that topic of robots. So if you're just gonna go, like, here's just the gameplay, and it's like, oh, you took the cherry on top, and you presented that to me as if that I'm supposed to be sustained by that alone. You can't take the cherry, you can't take the fucking frosting and pretend that, you know, that's it. You need to have the rest of the cake, too. You know what I'm saying? I would define good gameplay as the frosting on the cake. For me. Because for me, the things that I like about a game is very rarely, you know, just the gameplay alone. It's usually, like, other stuff.
Remember,
oh, fuck.
when roguelike was a genre, not an excuse not to do roguelike?
Yes! I don't remember that, actually. I don't remember when it was a genre.
The binding of shittiness.
The binding of algorithms. Fucking...
The binding of Angry Birds, but it's just called something else. Ooh.
I'm surprised at how much of this game I remember. Oh, they're not here yet. Fuck. You still get to fight them. I believe you do. Because there's a part at the end of the game that's really fucking funny. So I need to make sure I don't fuck it up. I'm pretty sure. Because, like, Mega Man X2 has, like, 2 endings. Interestingly enough. And I'm gonna try and go for the good ending. Although, the quote-unquote, like, bad ending, like, there's no difference. All it changes is a boss fight at the very end of the game. It's still kind of interesting. But... I'm going to, especially because I'm on rookie hunter mode, it's going to be pretty reasonably easy to just go ahead and do the good ending, quote unquote. There's a heart tank somewhere on this fucking level.
Tank?
Yes.
Flog. There's a flog on the street the other day.
It was like hops.
Oh
no, I missed out on the heart tank. Oh, whatever.
I thought it was a leaf blown in the breeze, and I was like, look at the frog. What are you doing here, friend? I'm looking for you here.
It was like a hops.
Hop, 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 hop.
Yeah, it's always interesting when you see frogs.
Where frogs should not be.
Well, just in general, I think. So why are so he's a cucumber, by the way. Just straight up a cucumber.
Okay.
It's like, you had to resort to sea cucumbers?
Wow, that's...
Seriously?
That's really...
You went with kuwangers in the first game, and then elephants and shit like that, and then sea cucumbers and ostriches.
What's going on?
You ran out really fucking fast. You ran out almost immediately. Sir.
The pickle.
Sir. Sir. You can't park here. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Yeah! It gets cut in half. That's so cool. That's Sprite. Oh no, my penis. So X no longer has the armor that he had in the original, in the first game at the end, where he had all the armor. He ditched it all. So it's, and he doesn't have, the joke that always gets made about Mega Man is, oh, he doesn't have any of the weapons that he got from the Robot Masters in the last game. What up with that shit? What up? I see now why Sigma fell at the hands of Mega Man X. That's not his name. Stop calling him that.
We're working on it.
I am not sure our Mavericks can hold him long enough. They have to intervene. Yeah, so here's the weird thing. Here's like, Mega Man X didn't... Mega Man. Dr. Kane, what happened? Mega Man X didn't really have its own identity yet. It was still very much, like, informed by the original Mega Man. So here's the weird thing, is you have Dr. Kane here, and he's just supposed to be, like, the X version of Dr. Light. Like, he's just like, I'm the old man with a beard who made the robots, and I'm, like, the dude that Mega Man comes to and is like, gotta find Dr. Wowie.
Dr. Wowie.
Calling themselves the X-Hunters.
Yeah, did you...
Why is that in parentheses? How did you make that noise with your mouth? Have just contacted us. Oh, what did they say? They left a voicemail. It was very considerate of them, actually. We have all of Zero's parts. Recall that Zero was on, like, Sigma's castle thing, and it crashed into the ocean and exploded.
Oh,
I'm making faces.
Know. He's making faces.
They can be yours. We have all of Zero's parts.
Prices.
They can be yours. All of this and more can be yours if you defeat us. We look forward to meeting you, X. See, now they're calling him X, and not Mega Man X.
In the middle of the thing.
X, Zero's control chip, is still stored here. You're raising so many weird, disturbing questions about, like, the concept of identity.
Yeah,
and
you're
like
really glossing over it.
And it's like, that's always, like, really upsetting, because when you're doing this whole, like, robots or people thing, it's really fucked up when you go, like, yeah, we can just rebuild them, though.
Oh, fuck it.
I doubt it's possible to resurrect him. Were we working on this? Did they just go like, oh, we got Zero's control chip, and it's put on a shelf?
There we go.
And it's like, well, we don't got his parts, so it's like, he's still dead, I guess. I was like, what was the plan? At what point was there a plan? So here's what's weird, is now, throughout the different stages for the rest of the game, up until a certain point, Wheelgator's next, so that's good. Is 3 bonus bosses will be hidden in certain stages, in like a certain like hidden area that you can get to. And if you beat all 3 of the secret bosses before the end of the game, you'll get the good ending, and if you don't, you get a quote-unquote bad ending. It's not really a bad ending. In fact, the ending doesn't change at all, but you have like an extra boss fight at the end of the game. So if you do this now, it makes the game easier at the end. I don't think it matters whichever way, because the story doesn't change, and I don't know which way is like better to think about conceptually. So I'm just gonna go for the good ending.
Give that building nipples.
And we're just inside now. So Wheelgator's fucking annoying. We'll get to that when I get to the boss room. But, okay, so X doesn't have the armor anymore. Right?
Sure.
Yes? Do we accept this? Are we here? Together? Oh, shit. I think you can do this. I want to say you can do this.
I want to.
I want to say you can do this. I feel like it is possible. So, like, that's always the big joke about, like, Mega Man or Metroid or what have you, where it's like, why in the next game do they start out with none of the upgrades they have at the end of the last game, right? And in the original Mega Man, it's always like, well, the only reason he has those weapons is because, like, the robot masters he's fighting are weak against the weapons.
Yeah.
So it's like, well,
yeah, that's true.
They wouldn't help him.
Yeah, why would he give a shit?
Why would he hold on to these worthless weapons that aren't going to do anything for him? They have no benefit. But in X, it makes even more sense. Because it's like, well, Mega Man X is a pacifist. He doesn't like fighting. So he's like, okay, I killed Sigma. I'm done fighting now. Throws all of it in the fucking trash. Cause like, this is bullshit. I really don't like being a walking embodiment of death itself. He is quite simply possessed by the devil himself. Forget where the X-Hunter is.
Fucking pie.
These are always bullshit, because it's like, is there something hidden?
Yeah.
Is there?
Am I jumping to my death?
There isn't.
You absolute orange.
You absolute cabbage. You fucking pie. That is just straight up impossible to get until later. Okay, I think it's here that you can get to the entrance of that next thing. Oh. Sir.
Demolished.
So I was like, why doesn't he just keep the armor and the weapons that he had? And it's like, because he really doesn't like it.
Doesn't want to.
He doesn't like being a dude who's just like, I'm just gonna fucking kill all of the Mavericks. Like, I don't even give a shit. Like, no, he's like, man, stop making me have to kill everything. I don't like it. Okay, I think I can do it. Fucking shit. Yourself. Okay. So here, which one is this? Oh, it's the shitty one. Okay, that's good. It's a violin.
Violin.
I shall crush you like a tin can. Are you a goat? You're so annoying.
That kid's book.
I remember that. Was it made by the person who did like if you give a mouse a cookie?
Oh, it might have been. I don't remember.
I vaguely recall that. All of these guys have weaknesses too, but I don't remember what they are.
Yeah, we all have weaknesses. One of those things where I'm like, I think I remember that existing, but maybe it was a dream or something when I was a kid.
I believe I remember that. You give a mouse a cookie, he'll want a glass of milk to go with it.
I learned from that book that mice are douchebags.
Yes. That is what I remember the moral of that book being. It cannot be. Now the unification is in jeopardy. The unification of the Metatron. You got Zero Part, number 2.
That's confusing.
Interesting. Interesting.
Megaman 10-3.
Oh no!
See a little movie penis. Not M-O-V-I-E. M-O-V-E-Y.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily appreciate it.
Shit.
Fuck. Look at this little gun dude in front of the boss door. What are you doing? What are you doing? This little gun dude. Yeah, that's what's nice about X, is he could just eviscerate the entire planet Earth if he fucking felt like it, but he doesn't want to.
He's the goodest.
He's a good boy. He's like, no. So Wheelgator is like the worst fucking boss in the entire fucking series, bar none, because 90% of the boss fight is spent with him just hiding underneath the water like this. And it is so fucking annoying. You literally just have to wait for him to come out. Isn't this thrilling?
It's very thrilling.
Isn't this fun, you guys? Everyone really excited?
You should fix that window.
Everyone having a good time? I came here to have a good time, and I'm honestly feeling so attacked right now. Isn't this great? Isn't this great? I feel like you don't think this is great.
It's great.
This is why I'm playing on rookie mode. Because fuck you. This is stupid. I hate this boss. There's a really funny YouTube video about this, though.
Is it lava or like transmission?
I think it's supposed to be like oil.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sewage. Yeah. Oh, you fucking asshole. Look at this. You can't do anything. You just have to wait for him to come out. It's so bad. Nothing about it is good. And he's weak to this shitty grapple hook weapon. It's so fucking stupid. It doesn't make any sense. None of the boss weaknesses ever make fucking sense in Mega Man. The cucumber was weak to this thing. And the wheel gator is weak to grapple hook. That makes sense. Right?
That makes sense.
I think
that sense fucking Mario games.
I think Wheel Gator's actually easier if you just use the Mega Buster, because if you use the boss weapon on him, it resets his pattern, and he starts doing this shit again. Just come on! But if you just use the Mega Buster, he doesn't give a shit. And you can just wail on him. Fuck you. I did like, in the PSP remake of Mega Man 1.
Drink your lemonade, bitch!
In Mega Man Powered Up. If you beat the bosses with the Mega Buster, and not their boss weakness, there's an extra cutscene where Dr. Light repairs them and turns them good again.
in Mega Man Right Back At You?
Yeah. And I was like, this is what classic Mega Man needed to get me. You know? That kind of thing. And that's why I liked Mighty No. 9, because that's what Mighty No. 9 does. Like, it goes all the way with it.
Yeah. It doesn't half-ass. It don't half-ass two things.
Whole-ass one thing.